I
guess
don't play carry too often, so like I want to know if I was playing carry in a good way, or because I usually prefer to play offlane or support.
All right, I'm gonna be because you had such a stomp in this game. I'm gonna be super critical of everything then,
Okay.
because I think that would be fair.
Better get
All right,
ready.
starting items, nice. I like it. Um, I might not have gone for the fairy fire
Okay.
just because I want to get my quelling blade, and I do like my quelling blade a lot more, even especially now that it's so much better in the first 5 minutes of the game. Um,
30 seconds to
it
go.
costs 200 gold. You sell it after, I don't know, 6 minutes or 7 minutes or even 10 minutes. If you sell it, you get your 100 gold back. So it essentially costs 100 gold. And if it helps you get 2 more last hits,
And
or if it helps you farm jungle a little bit faster, it's definitely worth it. And if you get Quelling Blade, you get 24 damage. You've got 50 damage. You will have 74 damage, which is actually humongous. Um, Feminists just got mad at me, but for saying humongous. And if you don't know that reference, then don't worry about it. All right, let's keep going. Right, so you block the wave. You wanna hit that creep quickly. All right, to maintain creep equilibrium, especially because there's a silencer
Mm.
who just used this spell, which is actually gonna push the lane in Troll's favor. You wanna, even if there wasn't a silencer who did this bad move, you wanna always try to kill your own creep first. Let's go back. You missing the creep block is okay, not big issue. But right here, the creep wave actually met, and right now your creep is below 50%. You should have started hitting it.
Mm.
You're not really focusing too much on denying it. That's not a big concern of yours. Your concern is that this creep wave actually pushes in this direction. And that is only going to happen if this creep quickly dies much faster than this creep. You know, um,
Mm.
but it's not going to do that. And essentially, your creep actually died. And even if Silencer hadn't done what he did, the creep wave would have slightly started pushing in your direction. But because this happened, you will see that the next wave is going to meet around here, and then after that, or probably the next wave, you're going to have double range creep, and immediately third wave is going to be at the enemy tower, which is going to be free gold and XP for the enemy team. And yeah, you are pretty much gonna. Okay, so this guy made a mistake. So the mistake this guy made is he actually right clicked your range creep. All right, so foregoing the lane equilibrium, next few steps. First move here is that you didn't actually creep aggro. There is a ranged hero in front of you. Right about now, you need about 3 right clicks to kill this guy.
Mm.
I'd say just like when it's at 1/4, or even let's just say half HP. When this creep is at half HP, you need to aggro it. You want to aggro it so that you can get easier last hits. If you had, even right now, you're at 500 range of this creep, aggro range of this creep. So even right now, if you had clicked this troll warlord and pulled the creep wave back, you would have been fine. Doing this, what you're doing, is quite dangerous, especially because, all right, so there's several reasons for why what you did is very dangerous. Number one, once your spin, you've committed the spin, right?
So
You've
once it
committed.
runs out, I can get stamped.
Exactly, because he has not. This guy has not used. Number one, he's not used his stomp. Stomp his crush. Number two, the enemy creep wave just arrived, and your creep wave is not there. So you are basically fighting two enemy heroes, one who still has a stun available, and you're fighting them at level 1, and you're fighting them right into their creep wave. So it wasn't a good decision. Result actually ended up being well, but that was because they didn't know how to play,
Mm.
right? So it ended up being well for you, but it was a bad decision. Um, the second thing is, if this wasn't a first blood, you would have actually lost gold because you lost about 5 last hits to get this kill. One entire creep wave, sorry, 4 last hits. One entire creep wave. Sorry, no, 5 last hits because one entire creep wave and one last hit from before. Sorry about that. So That was what 230, 200-ish gold, just above 200 gold. Whereas a regular kill would have cost you, would have got you maybe slightly less. Not to mention all the HP and all that stuff that you lost, and you had to use. Did you use a salve?
No.
What did you use? You just used tangos. That's nice. Ah, that's very nice. You didn't actually loot that. They didn't focus you too much. Oh yeah, they didn't focus you. That's why. Yeah, they literally just ran from you. Level 1 jug spin. They ran. All right. Good job on the silencer's part. Good job on your part. This is good. Oh, too early. All right. Let's go back a little bit. When you're playing jug and you want to use spin, first off, the very first thing you have to assess is the enemy faster than me? So you are never going to be faster than this guy, Slardar, right? Even if you have boots, I believe. Let's see, 347, nearly 350. You are at 305, yeah, 305, and brown boots gives you 45. I'm inclined to say. Is it 45? Yes, it is 45. So, same movement speed. So, literally, even if you had boots right now, you would have been same movement speed as Slardar, and you started your spin before you were even in reach of him. And this is we're
Yeah.
assuming if you had boots. So, this is a very this is something that takes a bit of experience to get used to knowing if an enemy hero is faster than you or not. And one of the ways that higher level players will actually uh, assess that on the fly is they will chase first. Before committing the spin, they will try to get a couple of last hits off. And the best thing about going against a Slardar is, or any hero who has a stun, is they're going to use a stun. Their stun has an animation. Your spin is instant. So as soon as you see the guys committing to a stun, you just start spinning. He wastes his mana, even if it's just to bait his stun out. I mean, it's not just to bait his stun out. You're gonna get the damage as well, and that's like 400-500 damage minimum that you're gonna get out. So that's you want to first get in range of right clicks and then spin. So that was another mistake that you made. And see, you did get stunned. So if you'd baited that out, if you'd gotten in range to right click him a little bit, um, you would have been benefited a lot more from this. So good. Best thing about it, best thing about this entire engagement is that you actually did not miss any last hits, or you were in the creep. You missed that last hit, but that was because you didn't blast it properly. That wasn't because you weren't there. So that was a bit lucky, maybe, or that was calculated. I'm not sure. But that
It was
was.
luck. It wasn't calculated.
I just wanted to give you a little benefit of the doubt. Now, big mistake right here is not buying boots first. You had the gold. You chose to go for. Um, you're going for straight Aquila first. That's a very, very bad move. The only hero. There's only two heroes I can think of right now that you can afford to do this, and that is Weaver and Phantom Assassin. And both of those heroes have insane mobility, and that's the only reason why you can afford to forego boots on those heroes. Juggernaut is a hero that you actually want boots number one item, first item,
Okay.
because your Blade Fury relies solely on your movement speed to be able to catch up to the enemy hero and do what you need to do. Your Wraith Band is in your backpack. That is something that you need to get used to. Now, I actually initially thought that you were going here to the side shop to change your Wraith Band. You were already here. If you'd taken 2 seconds to get to the side shop range, and then you could have put this Wraith Band in your inventory immediately with it activated and everything. But now it's going to take 6 seconds, so it's not fantastic. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's not that big a deal. But yeah, boots is a big, big issue. So early game item choice is your first big mistake here. Looks like the enemy team has sort of abandoned the lane. So once again, even though you made a big mistake here, it actually isn't going to cost you too much because you are not going to have to. You're not going to waste a kill potential because you didn't have boots, and you're not going to suffer a lot of right click damage because you needed to run away and didn't have boots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actually, oh well, it's he's under. All right, so bit of a misplay here from your part. Got a bit scared, panicky situation. You did not need to spin here. You've already there's nothing you avoid. You've already taken the magic damage from his whirling axes,
Mm.
and he's just right clicking you. So when you spin, all you're avoiding is magic damage, which there's none of it coming. So you're not doing anything. You're not avoiding any damage. If you just stood your ground and just right clicked him, his whirling axes are probably level 1 right now. Okay, he's level 3. So 1 second, please. Oh, pardon. His whirling axes are maybe at level 2, which means it's a blind duration of 5 seconds. So as soon as you see him committed, just run the hell away. Whoa, okay, it's getting cold.
Doctor order.
Alright, moving on. Nice pull, nice timing. So, you did this pull.
Mm.
If you hadn't done your spin over there, what you could have done, essentially, is once you do this pull, you could have spun right here, killed this creep wave quickly, and then gone over here to get some last hits, last hits of the big creeps.
Yeah.
That is how you boost your. That is very, very much not worth it at all. This range creep is full HP. He's not gonna deny it. You're at 500 HP, right? You see this guy, you needed to back off. You stood your ground and you try to get this creep from how much did I say your HP was?
500, I think.
So from you took 200. Oh wow, 350. You took 350 damage for no reason. That is a big mistake. That is a very, very big mistake. Even if that range creep would have gotten denied, if it was very low and it would have gotten denied, even then it would not have been worth taking 350 AHP damage just for a last hit. Especially
Okay.
because your hero is not Slark, who can naturally regen, or Lifestealer, I guess, or Wraith King. Can't think of any other.
Haste.
Bloodseeker.
Coin.
I guess you do have this, but it costs a ton of mana, and you lasting you. Oh, very nice. All right, so very nice on his part. Now, as we said, you want to wait to use your spin once you see the animation, and the opposite happened. The Slardar actually saw you use spin. He was about to use his crush, right? He was about to use his crush.
Mm.
You start spinning. Oh, it was at the same time. It was just at the same time. All right, it was at the same time. But he managed to cancel his stun, which is not good. Oh my
I got healing ward down.
oh
It was
my
close, but I got it down.
goodness. I wanna watch this one more time. All right. All right. So at this point in time, first thing is let's look at your inventory. You got mana regen, fantastic,
Mhm.
wonderful, fantastic. You got Aquila, you got mango. You want to save that mango for when you hit level 6 so that you can combo somebody. Um, but you have a fair bit of mana regen. Now you have no HP regen, and that's not good. You need to have HP regen. You need to ferry out a salve or not a salve. Salve is when you're missing a chunk of HP, and when you miss a chunk of HP, you can just use your healing ward. So what you need is tangos,
Okay.
or what's it called? Health of ring of health. So you could have. I guess you're going for phase boots early, and that's okay as well. It's a good strategy. You feel so. There's two ways you could have gone, right? And that this is something which is very standard on Juggernaut. You normally don't buy Ring of Aquila early on. You buy Ring of Health. If you'd had a Ring of Health right here instead of a Ring of Aquila, you would not have problems.
Mm.
You might have had some mana region problems, but then what I would have said is you have Ring of Health in place of Aquila, and then you can either go for Phase Boots or Ring of Aquila, right? So normally you want to have phase boots if you know that you have kill potential as long as you're fast enough. Like if there's a pudge or something like that, or I guess not an Omni Knight, but something like okay, Necro maybe in the off lane, or even a solo troll in the off lane. You know that as long as you're faster than that guy, you can kill him with your Blade Fury. So you just go phase boots first. After of course Ring of Health, but Ring of Health is really important on a on Juggernaut when you are taking damage. Of course, if you're not taking any damage, if there's, for example, I don't know, solo Slardar in the lane, you know you have no kill potential on the guy. He's gonna run away, and you know you're not gonna take damage from him. Then you can literally choose whatever you want. Ring of Health is not important because you're not taking damage. Phase Boots is not important because you're not going to chase him. I guess Phase Boots could be important if you want to run away. Ring of Aquila is not important because you're not using your mana. So literally, whatever. You're going to make all three, whichever one you want. So this is a very good example, I guess, Slardar. You can make whatever. But in a case where you are up against two people, Slardar plus troll, you are gonna you know right now 6 minutes in you have to start listening to your gut, and your gut should be telling you right now, dude, I'm missing HP, I'm taking a lot of harass, I need some form of HP region so I can keep full HP all the time. So you want to make sure that you have a ring of health. You were not running out of mana. You did use Blade Fury a couple of times, or I think 3 times maybe, but you weren't really struggling too much with mana issues, but you are constantly struggling with HP issues. So you should have gone for the HP. Now, right here you see the Slardar making a move. And okay, I don't mind it too much. But once you saw the Necro, and I'm not even going to mention the Necro is hasted, right? I'm not going to say once you saw the hasted Necro. Once you saw the Necro, you should have ran away. The mistake you make is
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
right here. You were running away, and then you turned back.
Mm.
Don't know why. Maybe you saw this guy. Okay, so why did you turn back?
I think I was just getting a bit greedy, wanting to get some damage down.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. That you were getting greedy, but you were getting greedy over getting damage down on a Slardar who you will not be able to chase, even if you had phase boost. That by this time Slardar is probably level 3. Wow, he's level 4, but he's got 2 points in sprint, so he's got 428 movement speed. Not even with phase do you catch him, right? So because you got like you didn't run away. You allowed even the troll warlord to catch up, and this was so close. Yeah, I do think, I do believe that it was this 2 seconds of healing ward that saved your life. Yeah, 100% it was the healing ward. The 2 seconds of healing ward, like not even 2 seconds, the 1.5 seconds of healing ward that saved your life right there. So
I
it
did
was
mess up. I consumed my my mango as well when I shouldn't have.
It's not an issue, dude. Honestly, everybody makes those mistakes. I guess you could have consumed your fairy fire,
Thanks.
or is that what you were trying to do?
No, it was during the pursuit of the Slaughter, the Necro, or the
Oh,
Whips,
okay.
and so I consumed it ready to like do something, but then I saw everything was on cooldown, so I was like, damn.
All right, no worries. Don't ulti. Okay, good. Guess this done happened, so it's fine. All right. I mean, I know you mentioned it, but last hitting is something that you want to work on. But the thing is, like, if this was your first Jug game in a very long time, or your first carry game in a very long time, then Yeah, so it's okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. But what you want to do is, if you plan on playing carry a lot, or if you plan on playing Juggernaut a lot, then you want to practice Jug in a custom lobby, or
Mm.
just last hitting, or the last hit challenge, and you want to make sure that you can get to 65 plus last hits at 10 minutes. This thing that you did here, you took about 500 or more damage from the tower. So uh, right about now, you pop your healing ward. Okay, so you're gonna go over to the tower. Now, this is a mistake because it's 7.5 minutes in. You're a hero who does not push towers. You're a hero who doesn't actually do serious damage to towers.
Mm.
You don't have anybody with you like a Beastmaster or something that will allow you to push the tower faster or anything like that. There is absolutely no reason for you to push this tower, so you shouldn't push this tower. What you should have been doing right now is you should have been at this hard camp right here, this hard camp, or this small camp, or at this hard camp first and then the small camp,
What, doing the pull?
doing the farming, just right
Oh,
clicking them
just the
down.
farming.
Pop your heating ward near these creeps and just farm them, or wait till you get to half HP and then farm them. Keep in mind, level 1 healing ward heals you for 2% of your max HP for 25 seconds. That means 50% of your HP it'll heal up. Level 2 will heal up 75% of your HP. Level 4 100%, and level 5 125%. So essentially, when you're about half HP, you could have uh, gone to the big camp and farmed it, and you would have probably had like somewhere like around maybe 1/6 of your HP missing after you farmed both these creep camps. But what you did is you were at about one. You had 1/3 of your HP missing. That means with the healing ward, level 1 healing ward, you would have had full HP, and then it still would have been alive for another, I don't know, 5 seconds or so.
Mm.
But instead, you stood there in the tower range and you kept taking tons and tons and wow, it's more than 500 damage actually. It was 100% times. I mean, sorry, 100% more than 500 damage. Wow, you actually took. I think you took your full HP's worth of damage. You took more than 800 damage. Yeah, so that was really bad. You could have had 100% HP, but you now have half your HP. So that's actually pretty bad. And at the end of the day, what did you actually get out of that tower push, or taking that damage? You got one last hit, two last hits, two last hits. Literally, for all that time and all the damage you took, you got two last hits. If you'd gone to the big camp and then to this small camp, that was guaranteed gold here, guaranteed gold here. This big camp is worth 120 gold. This small camp is about worth 60 gold.
Okay.
Not to mention the experience. So this combined would have been what, 180 gold. This one creep wave is 160 gold. So essentially, you get more gold, guaranteed as well. You don't have to, even if you like, you're not going to miss last hits on the jungle, right? So that could have been guaranteed gold, and instead you only took 80 gold worth of creeps and took all that damage, which now puts you in a position that you can't actually try to kill anybody. You know, you can't actually attempt to kill or even play aggressively or get this lane farm or attempt to go to the lane because you can die. Because you now the Juggernaut, the Troll Warlord is going to see, oh, look at this Jug, he's so low, I should go and harass him. And he did, and you popped your spin, and now he has nothing to worry about. Now he's like, okay, this guy's even, oh, he's going to actually run away. He's not going to come back.
I was gonna
Alright.
ultimate if he stuck around.
Yeah, but he's probably going to wait for his creeps, though. Which he does. He didn't. He's sitting there by himself. He's gonna. Maybe they have a ward. Alright, so your run towards that troll, I know it was an attempt to get a kill, but you don't have vision on him. So it was not a good decision. It ended up losing you that one creep. You lost 40 gold for no reason, once again. If you had coordinated with Silencer, and this is what the supports are for. The supports are there for scouting. You're there for farming. If something is scouted and you look at the information you got from the scout and you assess that yes, it will be worth your time, then you go for it. So if you coordinated with the Silencer and said, "Hey, look, I've ult. Troll is here. Let's go kill him." Silencer starts going towards Troll. He gets vision of the Troll, or even if he doesn't get vision of the Troll, you guys know he's in this area. The Silencer throws out his Arcane Curse. Suddenly, Troll is slowed by 15%. Then you're able to catch up to him and kill him. So doing that by yourself was, very 2K. So you need to start to you need to learn to, I wouldn't say rely on your allies, but learn to get your allies to work in your favor or help you out, I guess.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
Learn to get your allies to play with you rather than learning to play with your allies, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, this is right. This is the right move now. You're farm. Oh no, go farm the small one. Okay. You should have farmed the small one as well, because if you just get the so you got the large camp, and then you went back to lane. Now the large camp is worth 120 gold, and as we said, the creep wave is worth 160. So if you just get the large creep camp, and the entire creep wave dies, then once again it's not worth it. And that's exactly what just happened. The entire creep wave died. You only got the large camp. You didn't go to the small camp. If you'd gone to the small camp, you would have gotten the small camp, and you would have been back here for this creep wave. All the while, Silencer should have been standing there taking the creep wave, or attempting to take, at least taking the XP for the creep wave that you're missing, because you're farming these two caps. So you tell the Silencer, "Hey man, go farm that wave." He'll be really happy to farm that wave, So you tell him, "Hey, farm that wave." Oh, and yeah, you can farm the jungle and everybody's happy. So mistake here was obviously you didn't have a mango and you didn't have your spin. So I don't know what to say, to be honest. It's very it's a mistake anybody could have made. Heat of the moment, quick decision. Guess it's okay. Just make sure next time you have a quick glance at your mana. And it's so easy. 200 plus 90 is 290. So just make sure you have 290 gold or a mango. And that's a kill. Before attempting a kill, just make sure it's, you have 290 gold mana. Alright, it's just farming. Once again, okay, so at this point, the decision to go to the tower is correct. And the reason for that is because the tower is going to die in this push. Sorry?
Because the tower's quite low.
The tower is going to... the right response is the tower is going to die. Even if the tower is low, it doesn't matter. Because if you don't have the creep wave, or if there's an enemy here, the tower isn't going to die. But right now you've got 2 ranged creeps, you've got a catapult, and there's no enemy heroes. So the tower is 100%, and the tower is within range of its HP where it will die. So sticking around here to get the last hit, on the tower is worth it. But if you don't get the last hit on the tower, then there's no point being here, because the tower would have died anyway. And once again, you could have been farming these 2 creep camps, and then you would have been back here, in time to get, and you didn't even get the creep wave because you were afraid of the troll. So you were right. Your decision making regarding the farming efficiency is needs work, and that's mostly because you're a support player. not a carry
Mm.
player. So it will take time. So it's all about, I would say, to first thing you need to do is go into start watching higher level games. Don't watch pro games, please. You're not going to learn anything from them. Watch higher level games. And when I say higher level games for you, go to 4K and higher. I mean, and stay within 6K. Don't go above 6K.
Mm.
I guess, yeah, I guess 6.9 is a bit higher as well. Why is this not showing more games? That's weird. Anyway, so let's just pick this game, and then you go into this game. It's 3 minutes in, perfect. Oh, there's a Juggernaut. So just watch the player perspective of this guy, how he farms, where he farms, when he's pushing, when he's not pushing. Pause the game when he makes a decision, which you, I guess this guy's actually playing mid jug. But pause the game when you don't understand why he did something and try to understand, like, sorry, not understand why he did something, but rather when he does something that is different to what you would have done or what you think he should have done. Like you're watching this guy. Let's say I'm watching this guy and I'm thinking, oh, what I would do right now. Where would I go right now? Like I'm looking at the mini map. I'm looking at the game. Where would I go right now? And
Mm.
if that guy makes a decision differently, pause the game and try to understand. Look at the mini map. Look at what he's seeing and try to understand what he's doing and why he's doing that. Farming patterns. That's how you will learn where to farm, when to farm, how to farm, not how to farm, but where to farm and when to farm. It's all about, um, for them, it's all about vision because
Mm.
the simple farming patterns, they have it down. They have it down like clockwork because they know what is more efficient, the most efficient way to farm. Um, like I was explaining to you that if you're gonna skip the creep wave and farm the jungle, then it's the only way it's efficient or beneficial or better is if you actually manage to get two creep camps, one large and one small, or one large and one medium. I guess the medium is way too far away here. Um, if you get one large and one small, and manage to get back in lane before the next creep wave comes, yeah, 100% it's fine. Especially if you manage to get back in lane when the original creep wave is still there. That's fantastic. That is actually a really really good efficiency. But at the end of the day, the best way is if you actually manage to nuke the creep wave down as soon as it comes.
Mm.
Like that time when you actually did this pull at 53 seconds, you did the pull. Immediately, you go here, you nuke the creep wave down, and then you immediately run over here and you farm this camp. Then you didn't miss a single last hit in the lane, and you're actually gonna manage to get several last hits of the large camp. You know, and
Yeah.
if you have a nuke that you can use multiple times, like Slark, you can actually use the nuke to farm the lane. Go to the large camp, use your nuke to get the large camp. Go to the small camp, use the nuke to get the small camp, and come back to the lane before the next creep wave comes. Or maybe you will have missed one last hit. So that is actually super efficiency. That is what you should aim for and
Okay.
get every time that you're not interrupted. So you see the lane creeps and you come here. So this is where you should use your nuke to farm this. Because okay, I was about to say this is why you should you should use the nuke to farm this because the creep wave is about to like spawn again. Sorry, that's not the
No, it's
creep wave.
every odd minute now.
Yeah. But I noticed it's even number, so you should just right click these guys. But you want to right click them as quickly as possible to make sure you push out this wave, and then you want to run down here to the next creep wave. Really quickly run down here to the next creep wave. The next creep wave is right here, and because there's this guy here, nice. There's this guy here. You can just spin. Yeah, perfect. I guess you did the spin to kill him. What the frick was he doing? I guess he was dead anyway. There was no way the guy survived. If he runs, you ult him. If he stays, he dies. So you actually put him in an impossible spot. So well done on that. But you got this rune. So what you should do right now is farm these two camps.
Hmm.
There's no point. All right, you're coming to this lane. First of all, you're gonna go under the tower. That's not even the big issue. You might miss last hits. That's not even the issue. The issue is you're showing the enemy team where you are. 14 minutes in, they've
Hmm.
got ganking heroes. Doesn't even matter that they got ganking heroes. You are pushing their tier 2 tower. They will respond no matter what, unless they're dead. but but if they're not dead, especially if they're dead, as soon as this guy comes back alive, because while he's dead, he's looking at the mini. This is where 2K is really bad, because when they're dead is when they're actually looking at the mini map. You know, before
Hmm.
otherwise they wouldn't look at the mini map. But they're dead, so the all three of these guys are looking at you farming right next to their tier 2, and they know you're gonna damage it, so they will come here. They will 100% come here. Instead, if you would farm these two camps on the side, that was free farm. Um, you farm those, and then once this creep wave starts to push a little, and these guys are gonna damage this tower anyway. This tower is full HP. There is no point of you right clicking this tower down right now. No
Hmm.
point. This is the same situation as we had in the first over here. All you're doing right now, sometimes this is a good move, by the way, because all you're doing right now is pressuring the tower. Right? You're forcing the enemy team to respond, and sometimes this is good when you're trying to make space, when it's important to push. But I don't want to get into the situations right now, because that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about farming efficiency, and you just want to be farming right now. So you making space, you pressuring the tower, you trying to force TPs out is not the right play for you. Is not what you are trying to do. It's not your intention. Um. Oh dear, why?
I just saw a corrosive haze on me and left, or amp damage, or whatever it was.
Oh, was it? Did he put it on you? Okay, you wanted to purge that. Alright. Okay, I did not notice that. I think I
No,
was.
it wasn't more the purge. It's just more like between 12 to 16 minutes. He should have a blink dagger even at this tier, so it was just spin walk away.
Okay, no, that's fine. I didn't see he put the minus armor on you. Alright, so they did respond, as you saw, and they actually pushed you out. If you hadn't shown, if you'd farmed these two creep camps on the side, then your wave would have done damage to the tower without anybody responding, maybe. And if somebody does respond, it doesn't put you in harm's way, because they're just gonna TP here and farm the wave, and you're gonna see them, and then you can be like, ah, okay, I'm just gonna go away. But if they don't
Hmm.
respond and the next creep wave arrives, you just walk casually over here and you right click those creeps down within the range of the tower. And if you see somebody TP, then you can just walk away once again, because they will not be close to you. They will not TP right on top of your head like they would if you were farming the tower, or they would not approach from fog as they did, as a Slardar did, because you're way too close to the tower. So these it's just like these small things which actually matter when things aren't going in your favor. Like this game, things are going in your favor. Slardar doesn't have bling. You had a better lane than they did. Yada yada yada. So things are going in your favor. Second thing is you ran away from there. You farmed this camp, which was good. Then you avoided the small camp. Why did you do that?
Um, I have no answer. I must have just have overlooked it.
Okay, so a couple of things. Firstly, it's time for. You saw the rune. That's fine, but I guess you wouldn't have made it. Never mind. I was thinking if you farmed it. Let's have a quick look. I mean, these are things that aren't that big a deal at all. All right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you got this rune, and right now it's 15 seconds, so you know these guys are gonna spawn again. So what you should have done is you should have gone to the small camp first. You should have farmed the small camp. Then you should have gone back to the large camps, farmed the large camp, and then you would have seen that uh, lane creeps are back close to your tower. So then you should have gone back to the lane creeps. You should have farmed the lane creeps, and essentially after that, you make the next decision whether it be continue farming the jungle or push the wave, another creep wave for another creep wave.
Hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna take the medium,
Dire's top
and you're gonna
tower
go.
is
Okay,
being
so
pressed.
what I suggested was one small camp, one large camp, and the wave and the lane. What you did is take a medium camp, and because it's so much farther away, you are gonna miss a lot more last hits in the lane. See, this is literally it. This is the small difference in efficiency, or really just knowing um, when, where, and how is the most efficient, or etc. etc. You know what I mean? Okay, that's a guarantee. Oh, nice.
Somebody's
Okay,
growing
well done.
lingering. To guide my hand is an honor.
All right, well done on that.
Like
All
I can
right.
micro a creep a little bit. I just can't play like a meepo kind of thing.
Okay.
I can get away with playing Chen, but not to a very good standard.
All right. So we focused a lot on farming efficiency, but we actually didn't talk too much about what is and what isn't the right play. Now, with Juggernaut, one thing you should always keep in mind is when is your ult coming off cooldown? Because every time your ult is off cooldown, you want to look for fights. You want to look for a team fight or even a regular fight, and you want to use your ult. Once you use your ult, you want to go back to farming as
Hmm.
efficiently as possible. So we focused a lot on farming as efficiently as possible, but we didn't at all talk about what was happening on the minimap. And bot lane is fighting a lot, and you have had your ult for a long time, and you haven't had the chance to use it, and you've even made an item which is purely team fight, team assisting team fight item, a support item I want to call it.
Hmm.
Um, so you should have been here in the bot lane. You should have been pushing. This is even a pushing item, because actually this is a pushing item, um, as much as it is any other, all those other titles that I gave it. So you could have been bought in the bot lane. All of your allies would have benefited from it. You guys would have taken the tower. You guys would have won this team fight with your between your ult, between the helm and the healing ward being level 3. You guys would have won this team fight as
You've
well,
got one less top
and
tower.
everybody benefits a lot from it. Right now, you don't have healing ward, which is a big um, major part of team fight, and you don't have mana, and you don't have your dominated creep, but okay, ends up being not too bad. It's a level 1 death ward, you don't need to worry about it. You're a really high armor, really high agility hero. Okay, so this is really all about knowing
Somebody's
your
growing
limits as a hero. Like if I was you, I would have definitely. Where's that guy? I would have definitely ran. Oh, okay. So a couple of things, right? First of all, even if that death ward was hitting you, you should
Hmm.
have ran towards it. It's fine because that guy is quite low in HP. Let's have a look. Well, he's not low in HP. He's just low in general HP. He's like 4 or 5 right clicks from you. He would have died much sooner than you would have taken damage. You know that his allies are not there. 2 of them are dead, and 2 of them have ran back. So he's here all by himself. Sorry about the background
That's okay.
sounds. So you should have ran towards him and started right clicking him, even if the death ward was hitting you. But the death ward wouldn't have been hitting you because the silencer was the closest target, and it was hitting the silencer anyway. So you should have just ran towards him instead of hiding in the trees and whatnot. You would have guaranteed gotten that kill. And look at how low he got at the end. I think he survives with like what 100 HP, less than 100 HP. Okay, 300. Oh, he has his region, which is maxed out. I love it. Oh, I love it. Maxed out region. I guess he was supporting the Spectre, so I guess it's okay.
Radiant's bottom tower seemed to
I
fail.
mean, what did
As
they
the bottom
actually
turret
accomplish in
claws
this
down
lane?
Radiant structures,
Where are they? 3 deaths, 3 deaths. So maxed out healing was not good because they didn't do any damage.
Tower's done for.
I mean, Spectre doesn't do any damage. I guess Maledict would have been useless because nobody actually does damage. So I guess it's okay. Might have been. I Yeah, it was the right decision, I guess. Anyway, so once again, everything seems to be going your way. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back and look at what your decisions were right after you took the tower.
Toughened up their
Right.
structures. Radiant's
Last hit. Get the last hit on the tower. How does a Medusa ranged hero with 125 damage outlast hit a melee hero with 140-ish damage? 40?
I do need to
39.
work on my last hitting.
Just a little bit. No, I mean, like, honestly, you're in the 2K bracket. Not a lot. You don't need to work on your last hits. Like, you're still the highest net worth. Let's look at the last hits. You are still the second highest net last hitter. All right. Oh, I was gonna look at the farming pattern, and I completely. All right. So you took the tower. Can't see. You should have checked at least if these two camps were taken or not. If you see that these two camps are taken, all right, then you can't do anything here. Then you need to go to the next available camp, which is here, which Medusa is taking, and then you go over here. So this is pretty much the only thing you could have done, but I don't think you looked to see if these camps were available, or you did.
No, I don't think I did.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you take that you take that camp, then you come to the mid lane to farm this. Good decision. Now you need to get back immediately. All right. So you don't need to get back immediately because I actually didn't notice this in this lane. All right, let's go back a little bit. All right, you're farming this, and under most circumstances, right now, as soon as you farm this, while you're farming this, you should be looking at the mini map, making sure that not really mini map. You should be making sure nobody comes here while your finger is, as soon as possible, ready to press Blade Fury. I guess it's gonna be really quick because Slithering Crush has got very small cast animation. But as soon as you see that these guys are actually here, there's obviously two things you can do. You can either go keep pushing, or you can go towards them. Now, you have no mana. Yes, your ult is available, but you have no... What is this? Oh, you just put it from... Okay, you transferred it from the backpack. You don't have mana for Omnislash, so literally the only thing you can do is push this wave. But maybe, just maybe, what you could have done is go to the shrine. As in, go to the shrine here, right here. Instead of walking down there, you go up towards the shrine, you shrine up, then you come to the lane. You might have missed one last hit. Actually, if you sent your this guy and try to last hit with him, or just use his nuke, you don't even miss one last hit. So, but you would have had full mana, and once you have full mana, you start going towards here, and you start pinging the hell out of your allies. Hey, I've got my ult. Let's go and fight this. Let's crush them even more. But farming wise, you did the right move. And once again, yeah, you did the right move. Come towards this, and then come towards this jungle camp. I guess going towards this jungle camp is extremely greedy and dangerous because the enemies were just here. At the same time, you do have a ward up here, so I guess you do have very nice vision on them. And there's nobody on their team who can really cancel your TP apart from the 10%. It's 10%, right? Yeah, apart from the 10% chance on getting bashed by the troll.
And the Slardar bash.
Slardar can't bash you through BKB.
No? Okay.
Pierce's spell immunity is
No. One skill to the right.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. He actually hasn't leveled it up, but to be honest, like that would have to be like first hit bash. Extremely unlucky first hit bash because he's not gonna hit you more than once with the attack speed that he has at this level. Ulti him. There we go. Dead guy. Well played. Throughout. All right, so at this point, there's no point watching this replay anymore because the mistakes you made in the early game are over. You've recovered from them. You've had plenty of time to do so, and everything else has been going your way very significantly. Um, the enemy team has a Spectre, which is literally, they're playing 4v5, they're playing super handicapped. Exact opposite of that, you guys actually have a Juggernaut, who is the opposite of a Spectre. So, very strong early game. They have been denied this victory. All right. Now, any questions?
So I just need to work on my farming efficiency mainly, and yeah, it's just mainly farming efficiency. I should not try and take a tower and farm the jungle, and then come back to the wave.
I mean, it's about experience, right? It's about understanding, can you take this tower safely and without actually, what's it called? Opportunity cost, without any opportunity cost. Because either you can go and take the jungle farm or you can do some damage to the tower. If that damage to the tower actually going to result in like 200, 300, 400 gold, um, and that's also only if you can get the last hit, you know. Um, Nice. Well, good team fight, but then again, I mean, I can't say good team fight because the enemy team is not playing at all decently because this guy has Blink, but I don't know what he was doing, so I should just end this replay.
Okay.
Yeah, farming efficiency, early game decisions, taking too much damage for the last hits, tower range, going under the tower range constantly, not playing with your team, or not getting your team to play with you, or communication really is the word maybe that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Allow your allies to scout for you, and this is not just in lane, this is like throughout. Like when you have when you're going around with your team, you should be farming while your team is looking for people. This is like the early to mid game. Past 35 minutes is different. Past 30 minutes is a different story. Then you're just sticking with your team.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you for the session.
No worries. Oh, I didn't.